All right, cookware junkies, Jacob Cordero. We got a special guest with us today, Peter here. We got Nathan.
Hi.
And we're going to be testing out the omelet pans, seeing what we've got. We've rounded up the large selection as always, top selling pans here. See which one, if any of these is going to be a good buy, and most importantly, a good value. So, what were we looking for here, more or less?
Alright, well, we're trying to make a classic American diner omelet, the sort where you can put in whatever filling you want. We had a big bowl of eggs with the idea that you can crank out one of these for every member of the family. So we're looking for an omelet that's cooked all the way through but not singed. We're looking for something that works easy, lets you get into all the corners and doesn't make the omelet stick to anything. And we're looking for something that is going to last a little while.
All right, so what are we looking for here in the omelet?
The omelet's going to cook very fast. You can either let the butter here brown, so you get a little bit of browning in the outside of your omelet, or I'm going to try and to not do that, just because that's the way I like it. And because they're so quick and custom, you can have your omelet pretty much any way that you like.
Yeah, that sounds like my kind of breakfast.
Yep. So, eggs into a hot pan after a little bit of butter. Give them a minute to set, and then pull them back.
Okay, so I see you're using that technique there instead of just letting the whole bottom cook and waiting for it to cook and flip it over?
It would probably overcook on the bottom and be nasty.
Okay.
So it's all one unit, not like scrambled eggs, but
I got you. So you keep tilting that and letting all the
raw egg go to the bottom.
All right.
And
still fluffs up really nice.
Yep. And when it stops flowing, add your fillings. So I've got chives. That was tarragon first. Let it cook a little more, and then give it a shake. And when it is slides around easily, you know it's pretty much done.
Yeah, now we're on like a medium heat here, right?
Yeah. So slide it forward in your pan, give it a toss.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
And we got a little browning this time.
Right.
And then take your hand underneath and
there we go. All right, there we have it. The American style omelet, ready to go.
Yep.
So we tested all these out. We made a bunch of omelets. We beat them up with a piece of chainmail and with a spatula to simulate being used for week on week. And well, we came out with some pretty good results.
Okay, so we made omelets in all of these pans. Nathan beat them up. We made another omelet. He beat them up again. We made another omelet. They all made omelets. They were all pretty good. The large differences were in your personal preference. This Calphalon pan here is 8 inches nominally across the top, but really only 5 or 6 inches at the bottom. Made a wonderful 2-egg omelet. If you wanted to make a larger omelet, you might want something more the size of the Copper Chef, so it's significantly larger. This is very thin and lightweight, but it worked quite well. The shape of this stone earth, it's got a very sharp angle right here, and you would have thought it wouldn't have been able to flip, but in fact, it worked. So they all worked pretty well. Shape of the handle was a large individual preference, the size of the pan, but
The head on the rock's really nice. The Cook Smart and the Gotham Chef pretty much look identical from handle all the way down to everything, really, except for one stood up better than the other, right?
Yeah, our only one that had some trouble when it came to getting beaten up was the Cook Smart, which got some real visible scarring from both the chainmail and the spatula. Everything else, you saw the occasional bit of scuffing, but this is the only one that really got worn down. The Gotham steel held up just fine.
Yeah, the handle's not so nice to hold on to. It's pretty sharp and pretty raw.
Yeah.
They could have spent a little more time giving you a nice little finished handle on that one, I think. But now, as far as price goes, the Copper Chef's like around $20, while the Gotham steel was that.
Gotham steel was 26.
Okay.
So they both worked really well.
Yeah.
Although the Copper Chef has the nicer handle, it's really lightweight and kind of awkward to move around, but it does have a really good handle.
Yeah, and for the Copper Chef, the easy thing about that one is you can pick it up in any checkout line, so that makes it easy to grab if you're just in a need for a real good omelet pan. And that's the main thing we wanted to look at is, do these lower end, cost-effective pans perform well over time?
Sure.
Because obviously the first time we cooked with them out of the box, they non-stick no problem, practically fry an over easy egg without any oil or anything on them. And so we wanted to make sure that after, I don't know, we did about 120 scrapes or so?
We gave it about 50 scrapes with the spatula and then 80 scrapes with the chainmail.
Yeah, and I mean, did we notice much of a difference when it came to cooking after all these scrapes?
I can see the difference, so I can see some scratches, particularly on this one, but it still was non-stick, and the omelet, the omelets looked pretty much the same all the way through from beginning to end. The stone pans were very slow to heat up, so it took a while.
Yeah, no, those are trending pretty big. The stone pans are popping up everywhere now.
Yeah.
So.
And the very thin Copper Chef heated up almost instantly.
So after we made our omelets, we scuffed these pans up real good with a chainmail scrubber and a metal spatula to simulate the effects of months and months of egg making. And after we did that, we tried out just doing one over easy egg with no fat at all to see which pan was really non-stick. Our best performer was the Copper Chef and the Techef, which made great eggs with no fat at all, although I think they taste better with a little fat. The Techef especially produced the egg I would most want to eat. On the bottom side, the Rock and the Calphalon were sticking pretty bad with no fat in there. The Calphalon a bit of a surprise since it was so good with the omelets made with the butter.
Well, I guess that wraps it up. Cookware junkies on your omelet pans. So looks like you can pretty much pick up one of these value pans and rely on it to cook an omelet over time. And if you're looking for something that maybe you want to, have a versatile pan, I recommend the all-clad or the Calphalon for something that's a little bit more versatile. But if you're just looking for the everyday omelet pan, these will definitely do the trick.
For me, Jacob and Peter, this has been for cookwarejunkies.com. Like and subscribe, and keep an eye here for more videos.
Yeah, and also jump over, check out the article if you want the full write-up on all the details. But for the most part, we pretty much outlined the main differences here for you.
Hey, we're back here with the omelet pans, doing a little bonus content here for you. This time we're going to be looking at the Hinged style clamshell omelet pan. The idea on this style here is that you're going to cook your eggs on one side, your fillings on the other. Then you're going to flop it over so that they combine. and it'll sort of cook on both sides with the lid closed, kind of like one of those breakfast bar Belgian waffle sort of makers, with the goal that this is going to be a nice easy way to get a nice filled omelet every time. So right now we got the fillings going, got some onions and peppers. Anytime you're making an omelet, regardless of style, you want to get your fillings ready to go before the eggs are ready in the pan. Everything's got to be as cooked as it's going to get, because the eggs are going to take a matter of maybe a minute, maybe two, so you have to get yours ready. Getting pretty close here. I want to see a little bit of browning on the onions. Whoa, and we got it, so it's time to go. Guess that got a little warmer than it was supposed to. The goal here is about 340. I'm guessing we're closer to 400. $5.95. How about that? Turn it down.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot, flip it over, see what we get.
Yeah, let's give it a flip. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna flip.
Whoa, that seemed.
I'm going to get a towel and give this a flip. Try not to set your towel on fire.
So the handle isn't.
The handle gets very hot.
So it's better to just not have a handle, probably.
Well, what are you gonna flip if you don't have a handle?
Right.
I don't really know how that was supposed to work, but I can't say that it did. Me? I have no idea how I'm gonna get this out. Yeah, I mean, all of our best videos have involved me getting hurt in some way or another. Why not this one? Okay, so in conclusion, I'm not saying no, but I can't say yes either. That wasn't. That was not twice as good as a regular omelet pan, and that doesn't look twice as good as a regular omelet. So, in conclusion, I would give a no to the folding style of omelet pan. But if what I did right there looked like fun to you, check out the Nordic Ware. They're a good brand, and they probably make a better pan than probably anybody else out there. Okay, another one for our omelet pan special. We're going to try another one that's not quite on the mainstream. We have a rectangular pan here for making the sweet Japanese rolled omelet. This is going to be a little bit extra difficult because I've never done this before, but rest assured I've seen a YouTube video, so that means I must be an expert, right? Let's give it a go. I've greased the pan. Now the first layer of egg. Oh, too much browning.
Where'd your box go?
I thought it was still out. I think you gotta learn how to do it with a chopstick, or it's just not gonna work. And there you go. This has been World's Worst Lesson on how to make a Japanese rolled sweet omelet. Hey, the pan did great. I did terrible. But the egg really kept moving. If I knew what I was doing, I would imagine that could have been a really good egg.